Welcome back to Study Break. I am your regular guy, Jared Vosswell. With me is all the gals, Lily Percifield, Olivia Rose McCain, and Campbell Duffy.
Who?
You're a regular guy?
I'm a regular guy, Jared Vosswell.
No way. That's not what I've heard.
Last Study Break.
Regular guy by day,
Of 2024.
Goblin Master by night.
What'd y'all think?
Loved
Loved
it.
it.
So much fun.
Had everything I love. I mean, come on. Talk about a thick sode. We had shopping.
Yep.
We had romance. We had cringe. We had combat. We had kicking ass. We had learning facts.
Yeah.
We had putting 2 and 2 together. And we had Tiffany reveal.
This episode had everything.
This episode had everything.
I will say, I almost said, I was going to say in the Beans voice of like, what if Tiffany like is not a good guy? But then I was like, no.
Too meta, yeah.
I was trying to be nice to Tiffany.
I love how you responded to Tiffany. I thought that was awesome.
I just said yes.
No, just the whole interaction was so like
The first
funny.
time,
It was so great.
It was so wonderful and nerdy. It's a shame that she's,
It's a shame that I'm going to have to kill her.
yeah.
But that's so fun. What's more fun than your date turning on you? Don't tell
And
us
also
anyone
just
else.
watching the two of you like like kind of nerdily flirt with each other was really cute.
I'm going to say garlic powder all night now.
Yeah, now you're really gonna drive it home. I love that, like, you told us that an assassination is gonna happen at the ball. Because, like, listen, it's like me, Olivia, and Campbell. If you, like, say that there's a ball, we're gonna be like, oh, I can't wait for the assassination.
When is the assassination
Well, I
gonna
actually
happen?
told him the other night, I was like, hey, so if there isn't an assassination, like, we probably won't play it.
I would quit.
When
My
is it scheduled for?
favorite narrative trope. I mean, my favorite trope ever is when there's an assassination attempt at a ball.
It's so much fun.
To me, you cannot top that. And there are a lot of tropes I love.
Well,
so I'm so excited.
And like my interpretation of it, because like I didn't know that. Is your trope that like you don't know that the assassination is going to happen, or like the attempt happens? Because in my mind, it's like, you know, like the sexy part or like the hot part is
like dagger strapped to your thigh. And
yeah,
your dress.
is the dagger strapped to the thigh, and like you know that there's a bomb, but like you gotta act cool while like some stuff unfolds.
I love both versions.
Yeah.
I think that's sexier and hotter.
Yeah.
I also love getting caught off guard and having to like figure it out, but I love going into it. Like I love when it's a masquerade ball and it's like, okay, we've got to like dress up so no one knows who we are, but we know something's going to happen, but we don't know when or what. So there's still a little bit of tension and a little bit of like,
And there's 3 different things.
anticipation.
Yeah. So like maybe some separation.
I like to imagine that it's going to be like us, like, quietly taking care of 12 assassins. So, right, like you see one, we're gonna like shove one off the balcony.
I love that.
That's funny.
I do love when it's completely, and I know we're not doing this, but I do also love when it's completely off guard and the characters have to improvise weapons and they have to like, everyone's freaking out and like, and whoever the characters who are like gonna handle it have to like really get scrappy, you know, because like they weren't expecting it, like rip off my skirt to make it short really quick.
Yeah.
Like in Landscape when she grabs the table, like a table cracks and she grabs the leg off of it.
Yeah.
Like it's like you gotta really improvise some shit. So I like both versions.
But I like the version where like we don't want the like Golden Order to find out that we found out, so we have to like slowly dispatch them and like keep it so normal. So they're like, fuck, I guess our assassins should fucking suck.
Yeah. And it also worked because we knew the assassination attempt was coming as players because it's a ball. So it works that our characters also know.
Exactly.
It's good that we didn't talk about it at the dress shop or dinner or whatever. That was fucking close.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
Yeah.
Right? We didn't.
Exactly. Y'all didn't talk about it.
Yeah. Because we know when to keep our mouths shut. That's us.
That is what we're known for. Wow.
After party at the hole.
I'm gonna be so mean to Tiffany now.
Damn.
I felt bad. I thought she was just a little nerd trying to.
Well, she's gonna switch up and start talking like this, you know, like she's gonna be like a dark.
She's gonna take those braces off.
She's gonna take like her retainer out.
Take those braces off.
She's gonna take those braces off and just have red lip. I don't know. You put her in the form-fitting dress.
Yeah, you put her in a sexy dress.
That was kind of you.
Olivia gave us the most like, well, what the fuck did you want me to?
The shrug.
Oh my god.
But you think Tiffany can't have her day in the sun too?
Throwing her hands
That
up.
was the perfect, like, oh, that was, I wish we had that video.
In my mind, by the way, it's Tiffany with an I.
Yeah.
Tiffany.
I think that we could get like sexier assassin level.
I'm in like an oil slick suit with fire.
Yeah, frankly, Beans is like kind of fitting it.
Yeah, slick
Also-
back
Beans
ears.
Beans is slaying boots down.
Also, y'all
You're
can
the one
come
who's
up.
wearing gelatin.
If y'all want, y'all can come up with a shirt that's like, oh, and like underneath this, I wear.
Well, here's the other
I have
thing.
that, but I'm not telling you. I've already done that before.
So here's the thing. Here's my flunk is that I already revealed that my cube can turn into a dress. I think that I should have waited, and I think that Esther should have been like, oh, nobody's going to be able to dance with you. I should have been like, sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
I'm so stressed out about dancing with people. And then just let it lie. And then at the ball, have my big Cinderella moment. Whoosh, big gelatinous cube dress. But do you know what? I'm just going to have to cook up something different.
That is what I thought you were
And also, you can't just be a gelatinous cube. You've got to have some sort of like lining. So
Yeah,
you, know
you
what I
do have
mean?
to have an outfit on
So
underneath
I
the
still
cube.
have the opportunity to describe.
just naked
Like,
underneath.
I still have the opportunity to describe the opaque, like underlayer that is.
Yeah.
That
Now,
is
if
in
all
the
of our
gelatinous
characters
cube.
were adult characters going to this type of ball, that would be a fucking great outfit of just gelatinous
just
cube.
the cube, and then like strategically, you know, like when a character's in the bath and there's like bubbles that are
Yeah.
Strategically
Like-
placed like
like-
swords and bows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sort of like a shield.
Yeah. There's like a skull right over your
Yeah.
It's like wearing a barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
That's good. That's like the I don't know, like the adult version of.
Yeah. That's so
this
dungeon meshy.
Uh-huh.
It would be fun to do it.
Be
We
funny.
could do a sexy one shot.
Do it with
Different
our
world. Like in Goblin mode, we could do. We could do.
I think
like
we should
our
sexy
drunk D&D character.
Yeah, I think
Like
we should.
Dragoslava.
I think we should
Yeah.
do another. We take 50 Jello shots.
Yeah.
And play D&D again.
Honestly-
all of our drunk D&D characters are really hot. Like all of our first. Was that y'all's first?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't your first D&D character.
Oh, she was my
Gwen
second.
is my first,
Choose my second.
and she's hot, but she's my type.
Drago?
She's
Yeah.
not. Oh, Drago's my type too.
Oh, Gwen is your type, yeah.
Gwen is like 6 foot tall. Okay, she's actually 5'11".
What if we got drunk for the Christmas episode that you guys have already heard? I'm sure.
I thought you meant for this. I was like, no way. For one shot, yes,
Yeah.
done.
That would be
Could
really
be.
good.
I'll make eggnog
Yeah,
shots.
we could do eggnog,
Fun.
and then it could be part of
Yeah.
the game.
Of
You know what I
course.
mulled wine.
It's
gonna get really good.
Okay, wait, lock back in.
Lock back in.
Should we go back to
Got
the
a lot to
beginning?
Yeah, let's go back to the
We
beginning.
played for like 4.5 hours. I don't know how long this like
Episode.
final episode is
Yeah.
gonna be,
I
but we
bet
played for like 4.5 hours. It was so fun.
Where did we fucking start?
Oh man.
The first dreams y'all had of the fucking
Oh, yeah.
the world and like the hand on your cheek.
yeah.
Looks good to me.
And the hand was like making you look at it.
Yeah.
That was
And then I saw probably Moray standing there.
Yeah, that's
Someone.
what I'm assuming.
Moray or someone we don't know. Or,
Yeah.
well, we know
Just
the
another
Hyperia.
form of Hyperia.
Yeah, because she can appear in different forms.
Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely somebody we know of. Like,
Yeah.
Even if we don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
Agreed. But I definitely think it's like Hyperia is being used by hell. I don't know. There was something else that maybe like conflicted with that theory, but I think Hyperia is being like controlled by hell.
I think they're all being
to,
controlled
like-
by someone.
Yeah, it's like everyone's being convinced that like the Advent and the like new Legion is going
Yeah.
to create this like beautiful golden shiny world, but really they're trying to like break the barriers between all the planes.
Yeah, I would
Like,
assume they're.
free travel between planes, and that's going to cause like crazy like flora and fauna implications
Yes,
like between
I love
all
it.
the planes.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And I love that, like, it's like Hyperia's Advent. Or, well, we don't know that, do we? We just know it's an Advent. The Advent.
Yeah, they're calling it
know-
the Advent.
Do we know that it's Hyperia?
You don't know.
But we know the Golden Order is.
I just love that it's near, like, it's happening near the winter solstice.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
I know in some other D&D lore, all the planes kind of exist like just kind of on top of each other. Like that's kind of what happens with Blink, is that I'm just sort of like clipping between all the planes that live on top of each other. So it's like if you destroy the barriers, they all just kind of become one big mushy like crazy plane.
I love it.
But I
be cool.
I also think that they're just trying to like delve everything into chaos so they can be the ones to like clean it up and be, you know,
That's
like,
true,
hey,
yeah.
we're the Order who can fix this. Like, I
Yeah,
think
we
that's their
fixed
plan of like,
we fixed everything.
you destroy everything so you can
You're
fix
welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've created this
Not
new
the plot of
world
The
order.
Incredibles.
Yeah. Sure.
It is, right?
Don't remember.
I bet.
Or is that The Incredibles?
Oh yeah. He makes the monsters so he
that
can
he can save the world. Yeah.
Yeah. But we
And
got
then Esta had the nat 20.
yeah.
And she saw her. Would you have shown us that if it wasn't a nat 20? Would we have
No,
like seen?
yeah, no way.
Nice. It's so
cool.
like it's like in a video game, like when you like see something you're not like turning around and seeing something you're not supposed to. It's so fun. That was awesome. And then we went to combat class.
No, we talked with Miss Gray.
Oh shit, yeah.
Talk with Miss Gray.
About Felicity.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Thanks for telling me."
And we revealed like
Silver
we're
Crown.
involved with Silver Crown.
And
we're
she was
involved
like,
with Silver Crown.
"What?"
Yeah,
And
we
Miss-
really got her.
Miss Gray was also like, I don't fully trust Felicity.
Yeah.
And I almost
But I
said,
get it. I mean,
Nobody can.
she's a double agent.
Yeah.
She's in so deep. And also, I know factually that she's not loyal to the Silver Crown above all else. Like,
Yeah.
She's loyal to
Mrs.
her
Gray,
family.
or Miss Gray is getting the right vibe. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not going to say that. Because even if I think she's a jerk, I'm not going to expose her as.
Yeah, because we still don't know like what everybody is doing. Like we still like at the end of the day don't know like everybody's true like fucking goal.
And goals.
And she was spying on me the whole time.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Was it nice to well, never mind. I'm skipping ahead. Sorry.
And then we went to breakfast and saw all of our friends.
We ate so many enchiladas.
And they were all little nerds who were all in love with each other.
Yes!
That was
Oh
fun.
wow.
I love it so
That was
much.
great. That was so high school.
They're going with the groove.
Going with the group, talking about like what reservations we're gonna get. I was like, oh my god.
And then still asking out pairs in the
Yeah.
Well, that's how because you have to coordinate with someone
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the photos.
So good.
For the photos.
God, I just remember fucking the dinner reservation. That was always the biggest thing. I was like, well, where are we going for dinner and what time? And then all the girls have to be ready at least an hour before that because we need photos before dinner.
Yeah.
The chaos.
My God.
Like by the time you like get the schedule laid out, it's like, oh, I'm getting ready at 8 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You would go to get your hair done at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And then
I
you
was
make
so
it-
glad just to have it because I went to that kind of like cult school for freshman and sophomore year. So then whenever I moved cities and got to go to like a real, I'm doing quotes,
Yeah.
it was still a private school, but like we didn't have, we had 7 people, no dances, no anything. We like
crazy.
weren't allowed to date, but we didn't want to anyway because it would have felt kind of like incest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all like felt like siblings. Like it was so like there was never a dance. There was never any like classic high school stuff.
Because like, why
Then
would you
when I
with 7
switched to a
kids?
school with like classic like homecoming, I was like,
This is awesome.
I was so excited. So my standards
That's
were pretty
funny.
low.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good homecoming, but I didn't like. I didn't have much to complain about.
Yeah,
I was
you're
like,
just kind
oh,
of blown
thank
away by
God.
it all. Yeah.
Yeah,
We never, at my school,
I was just
guess you were
so
in my
happy to go
school.
to a dance.
They only did a homecoming dance. Like,
In middle school and junior high.
yeah, we didn't ever have a homecoming dance.
What?
We had
And
like
then high school only had prom?
No, we had winter formal.
Yeah, we had winter formal, which was like Sadie Hawkins style, so girls ask guys, and then we had prom. But winter formal you could go to starting as a freshman, like it was open to all grades. But then prom was technically only supposed to be junior and senior unless you were asked by
That's how
Yeah,
ours was.
a junior or senior.
I was a fucking.
We only
But then
had prom in
seniors
mine.
would always ask freshmen, and like freshmen would be there.
I actually think freshmen weren't allowed to go at all.
They weren't allowed. Well, no.
That's how it should be.
For prom,
I thought it was only if you like you had to be a sophomore.
no, because you could be invited because CG got invited as a freshman. He went
Oh,
4 years.
Was it like a huge deal to get invited as a freshman?
Yeah.
But you kind of were hated. Like nobody
Yeah,
wanted the
everyone
freshmen
was like,
there.
I was like, come on.
Which everybody hated them anyway. So
Well, it's also like if you're a senior inviting a freshman, like you're a creep.
Gross. Yeah.
yeah, but I went 3 years. I went starting when I was a sophomore.
Yeah.
Nice.
I went.
Didn't you went?
I went 3 years.
Yeah, you were there with me.
Yeah, I went 3 years as well.
Not with me, but
Yeah.
We
Well,
only
I was
did
gonna
prom.
say.
Were
So
you
it's
guys
like-
in the group?
yeah, we were in the group.
We were.
I bet you were.
We went last year. The last one.
Yeah. No, I just meant like the first one.
The first one and
We
the
were
second one.
They're together, but not together.
Yeah, and the second one. But then the winter formal is the one that I think I got like fucked over, and then I think I was addicted to someone. There was this girl that had a huge crush on my best friend, and like she would text me all the time, and like we became like friends, and she was pretty pretty, and then she asked me for the winter formal because it's like Sadie Hawkins, and she asked me, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to winter formal with this girl. And like we had everything like planned out. And then like 3 weeks before it happened, she was like, hey, so like, because like we were going as friends.
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, so like there's actually like a guy that I like now. And like I'm gonna go with him.
Ha ha.
And I was like, okay.
Tough.
But I think that was sophomore year. Because because that was the year that before I was going to go with her, though. So, like, you feel bad for me about that. But before that happened, there was a girl that had an actual, like, crush on me. And, like, we were talking. And I had a crush on her. And then, like, she asked me. And I was straight up, like, as friends, because like I'm like horrified of commitment, and
oh my god,
and I liked her and she liked me, and
I can't believe you did that.
And then she was like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "As friends," and she was like, "No," and I was like, no. And then she was like, oh, okay. But then what's even crazier is the girl that asked me to go as friends and then left me was that girl's best friend.
Yeah, can I be honest? Such a fool. That first girl that Jared said, "Are we just friends?" Absolutely fucking stunning.
No. She was like super pretty.
The girl who asked you, and then you said as friends.
Yeah, no. It was
fumbled hard.
Fumble.
Like if you think my eyes are beautiful, I've never seen more beautiful eyes than on this girl.
Well, I don't believe that.
Let me find it.
They're pretty. Like
I would say likely story to that. Y'all haven't seen Olivia's eyeballs, but
they are a beautiful emerald green in the sunlight. But no, hers are like
a really, really light blue. And she has like dark hair.
Get her brown contact. That's a meme. That wasn't actually a statement about her.
Here she is. And then like I apologized to her later. Okay. I was like, hey, so like I'm so sorry. This is her.
No way. Jared,
so pretty.
This is her now?
Yeah. And she's also very, very nice.
She lives.
She was like such a sweetheart.
She does?
Uh-huh.
No way.
Uh-oh. She's going to listen to this.
No, she's
not. He's taken.
Yeah, it's so location.
I'm in a 7-year relationship.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I was such a piece of shit.
Wow.
I was just horrified of commitment.
You were just a dumb high schooler.
I was so scared.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
It's not like it, you know.
Hey,
it's not like it would let
things like high school boys were doing, that's really not that bad.
Yeah, saying we're going as friends is like,
yeah,
you probably saved her a lot of trouble, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you fumbled, but like it wasn't like you're not a horrible person.
Yeah.
When our formal caused the biggest drama at our school.
So much.
I love things that cause drama.
That shit was like the most fucking insane drama.
Like, oh my God.
I want to hear about yours.
Oh yeah, we only had prom at my high school, so it was like we also freshmen weren't allowed to go.
Yeah.
So it was like sophomore year. I was like, I'm getting there. So I went as a group every year because I managed to have like older friends that I could like weasel into their group. And so sophomore year, I went with all of the exchange students because I was friends with all of them. They were awesome.
That's awesome.
We had an exchange student living with us, so that's how I knew all of them. And she was so cool. I miss her a lot. So I went with all the exchange students my sophomore year. So much fun. Senior year, I went with all my friends. Junior year, guess I was crazy lore drop. I was
perfect.
I went to high school with Conan Gray. And
you went with Conan Gray.
We were in the same like little prom group together.
They were in the group.
Yeah, we were in the group, and none of us were like paired off with each other because I think it was all like
It was a real group?
Yeah, it was kind of a true group. No one was like, I mean, I'm sure people had crushes on each other in that group for sure, but they were all a year older than me, so I was like friends with them, but I wasn't like
you were in on the
privy to the web, yeah. But everyone was like gay and you know, like
classic.
Everyone was
gay and nerdy and weird and like
it was the gay and nerdy weird group.
Those are the days,
literally, and that's kind of how it was like all 3 years, especially senior year. It was like wow,
damn,
yeah.
In our theater department. You know, I think I talked about it, Gavin, on this. Like, we weren't like the nerdy theater kids. Like,
you guys were kind of cool.
Yeah, we were kind of like cream of the crop of we weren't the top of the high school, but like everybody knew about us. We were kind of hot.
Well, because
we were kind of hot high school.
Because there were usually like there is an intersectionality at our high school of like either you could rise to like the cream of the crop if you were popular with like in the church. Or if you were very kind, like those very, very kind
but you
people
had to have a talent
at school,
sort.
and you had like had to have a talent, like be good at a sport or
good at
some kind of performance based thing. But like people knew you also like if you were in theater because it wasn't that big of a high school.
But
so if you were like kind and in theater and you were good at it, then you had like an air of popularity.
But there was kind of an elite circle within, because like the theater department, like the musicals, right? You would bring in like auxiliary people to fill out your ensemble, but then there was the core who like you're doing everything else, not just the musicals. That's like smaller, but kind of within that there was almost an inner sanctum.
Oh my god!
And like that's the group that would travel to like that would go with the dances together, and like you're usually paired off within that. But yeah, like the inner sanctum had like a special pre-show ritual that like they would go into a different room and like do, and it was just like it was a stupid fucking chant. I was part of it.
Wow.
Took me a while though.
I'm totally
Took me a while.
Okay, I have a group story.
Okay, love it.
Junior year prom, I was in high school. I was very adamant that I wasn't going to date anybody. But there was this like guy who was like, he went to the school before I got there. So all the friends in my group were friends with this guy. And so like we met like during just like different after school things. And everybody, all of my friends were like, you should ask him. Cause like he was outside the school. So I would have to ask him if that was because they wanted him to be in the group. And like we like got along. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I was like, oh, okay. So I asked him like, hey, like, do you want to like go as friends? Do you want to like be part of our group? And he was like, yeah, for sure. So like we were dates. Everybody was like, you guys are going to be perfect together. You need to like kiss him. There was just a lot of, and, like, I get it because like he's their friend and like I'm their friend.
Yeah.
And also I was the new girl and they just, everybody wanted me to see me do something. Everybody wanted to see me jump through a lot of hoops.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to. And so they really wanted us to date. I get it because it would have been like dramatic and fun, but there was like no chemistry there. It was just that like we got along and I don't really think that he was into it either. But they were all like, you guys could get married. And I was like,
whoa,
everybody calm down.
So anyway, I asked him, he was my date and turns out he was loaded, which I did not know.
Oh, good.
And so he got a limousine
Fuck
for
yeah.
the whole group. So I was a little bit everyone's hero because I'm the one who like brought him in to like the school, like going to the school prom. I don't remember what school he went to at that point. And he got us all a limousine, even though he was an outsider. So I felt pretty good about that one. I was like, oh yeah, that's my date's limousine. Let's all go get in.
That's iconic.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my best group story.
That's
and then
awesome.
we had a ton of like really crazy, insane homecoming drama that like I don't even think I could. Or it was prom drama that I don't like. People got barred from prom for like bad reasons, and they like showed up to take pictures with us at the beginning anyway because they still had their outfits.
Yeah,
so they like showed up in their outfits and like took pictures, and then we all got in the limo and we were like bye, and then they had been like barred from prom.
Damn.
So they like didn't get to go. It was like so. It was super messy.
That's crazy.
The benefit to having me in a dance in like a prom or went to a formal group was it was really hard to find places around town that like not everybody was taking fucking pictures at. Like there weren't that many photogenic places in town.
That's funny.
But my house was like perfect for photos.
Oh yeah.
And it was like not every other bitch is getting in there. That's my house.
Yeah.
Like I have people who have like taken their wedding photos out there, and then we had people who would ask like, "Hey, can we come out there and take like our photos?" And I'd be like, "Mom, tell them no."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, the most power I ever had is when I invited
That's
limousine guy.
epic.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
sorry, I forgot we had a podcast.
We have a podcast. We just shooting the shit.
Oh my god.
But yeah, and then so we just talking about at like the lunch table essentially about
and then we went to the sauna.
and then we went to the sauna.
I love that you're like, Miss Gray is there, so it's not weird. I never like would have, just because like obviously that's not happening up front. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really exist in the
A sauna in a coach's office, and then he allows like of an all women's school.
I did not mean to make it weird at all. I literally only did that because
I should have a preface.
there's an episode of Smallville where
my God.
the coach's office has a sauna in it, and I just always thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
And so that's why I did that. I did not think at all about it being weird. So get your mind out of the gutter if you thought that was weird. But anyway, I like that you put that detail in.
I love that Esta canonically can't fart or burp.
Yeah. I mean, she's an elf.
She's an elf.
Like, do you really?
You think elves don't fart? You think elves don't shit?
Well, like,
Obviously, yes. Obviously, we just discovered that that's true.
yeah.
Damn, what do you do with all that?
It just disappears.
She has fantastic digestion.
They just poop and fart in secret.
And then
It's their best kept secret.
Ren had her
While they're
little.
misty stepping, they like deposit it in an alternate plane.
Ren had her little thing about the Advent.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
My image of Ren has like completely shifted. We can't remember what she actually was described as at first.
I imagine her as like sandy-haired human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just kind of like tie-dye shirt, like, young life girl.
But it was like during the fight,
Nike shorts and t-shirt.
During the fight, I was kind of imagining her as like a blonde or sandy blonde Alona Mar. I was like, she's tall and beefy and covered in armor.
It's true because whenever
she was so tough. I was like,
when you said
holy
18,
shit.
20 and she had all that armor on.
Yeah.
My image of her did totally change.
Yeah.
Of like huge.
Yeah.
When before she was a little like skinnier.
Yeah, just kind of like normal white girl.
I did not imagine her as Alona Mar because I would have been flirting.
We been bricked up at the table.
I would have. Oh man.
I did love that we stinked up the sauna.
Yeah, that was
really
insane.
Funny.
You guys ever farted in a sauna?
I haven't. I've never
Probably.
really been in the sauna.
Oh yeah, sorry to ask you.
I thought about Esther like crop dusting them as they were walking out. But it didn't seem like, I don't know, it didn't seem like the serve I thought it was.
You should have let it rip.
Or you should have been like,
because it could have. It was just like she could have farted the whole time.
or you should have been like, guys, watch this, and just let out the like tiniest like, boop.
That's funny.
Or you should have rolled the fart.
Yeah, I should have.
Anytime Esther farts, she blinks, farts, and then blinks back.
Oh my god, the astral plane is super stinky now.
And then we go to combat class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then that was fucking awesome.
That was so much fun.
Everyone being there, cool. The way you set
loved
up
our
the
entrance.
range, like the short range and the long range.
Yeah, I loved the
Loved
mechanic of pulling like the little slips of paper and
Yeah.
Did you invent all that?
Yeah, I just came up with it today.
It was so good. I was like, why? I mean, I loved it.
Yeah.
much fun.
I love the image of them like twirling and like linking and connecting, and then like you clash and then they break apart. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to talk about this, but we leveled up. And one of my new things I got is Shatter, which is 60 feet. So I had this great plan and it didn't happen. But I had this great plan of like shattering, like getting Bailey and shattering her at long range. Because I think she wouldn't expect me to be able to reach her. Because you see me with my bat. And then action surging to attack Browini.
Oh yeah.
But then I got deep in the shit. So then I was going to try to Vicious Mockery and then action surge.
It was a great plan
To attack her. But
even though it didn't work
the
out.
disadvantage didn't land.
But yeah.
I mean, I still roasted her ass. It just didn't have a magical effect.
I like that we each killed one.
It was so satisfying.
Yeah.
And it just like
liked
worked
that
out.
My low initiative allowed me to like get close to them because I could like run up on them, get them, and then it was like, oh, but we're getting switched, so you can't get me.
Well,
it was like it worked. It worked out really well for me as a spellcaster that like I could get close and like do some of like shocking grasp and stuff.
Yeah, because that's what I've because there is some discourse because there's some people who like, they're like, I don't want to be high in the initiative. Everybody's like, yeah, you should always want to go first. And it's like, not always. Like when I was against Bailey, I was like, I want to go second because I have to run up close, but I want her to use her shit long range on me and then run up on me.
It's like chess.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was really fun.
I also leveled up, which is what you saw when Beans cast Inflict Wounds.
That was awesome.
But it was flavored like his body was like being taken over.
Yeah.
I got the Shadow Touched feat, but we're reflavoring it to be like Hell Touched, kind of.
Yeah.
So I can cast Inflict Wounds and Invisibility at Inflict Wounds first level, Invisibility at second level once per long rest each at any time. Anytime I want.
Nice.
Anytime you want.
That's kind of crazy.
I took Magic Initiate Cleric so that I could take Guidance, Spare the Dying, and Cure Wounds. So that was really fun.
And you cure wounds me twice, I think.
Yeah.
It came in handy.
It was really handy.
Very helpful. And then I also had to cure wounds myself. So I mean, the fact that I stayed up that whole time is great. I was on 1 hit point for like that entire fight.
I really thought you were going down and we're gonna get benched.
I would never, ever, ever go down. Ever.
Well,
I was literally using pure rage to stay alive. I could take barbarian classes and ace them probably.
My story reason for this, we kind of hit on it. It was like, who taught you that? Vribble. It was that like, I asked Vribble to teach me cleric spells.
You had tutoring with Vribble.
Yeah.
I leveled up Bard, so I'm level 3 now, and I took College of Eloquence, which I think you saw. I didn't say this. I rolled a 5 on the die, which like automatically becomes a 10. So I can't roll lower than a 19 persuasion.
Yeah.
And so today, I don't remember what it was for. Probably Miss Gray or something.
It was Miss Gray asking about like Felicity.
Yeah, I got a 19. I got a 19.
19.
Barlick.
You just crumpled.
Garlic.
Garlic.
I got a 19 on that. But then I can also, I can do a bunch of stuff. I can use unsettling words. I can use one of my bardic inspirations to unsettle someone. They have to like subtract a d6 from their saving throw. And what else I can do? Oh, I got cool spells. I got Shatter, which I cannot wait to cast because it's going to be sick. And then I got Enhanceability for you two, my baby girls.
That's us.
And then I have Dragon's Breath now, which I think is a new spell, ? Or is just a spell that like I haven't had access to until the new update. Oh yeah, Source D&D Free Rules 2024. So I think it's a new spell. It's so cool.
Nice.
So much fun. 15-foot cone of whatever I want. 2d6.
And I have +10 to athletics now because I took my other proficiency in athletics.
Crazy. Yeah, so technically we're all level 8, but I'm 4th level barbarian, 4th level monk.
Yeah. I'm Fighter 5 Bard 3, which is literally, I'm like, once I get Fighter 6 Bard 3, I'll be Fabian Seacaster's build from junior year.
Fighter 5 Bard 3, and I'm still on unemployment.
I like it.
Yeah, there's something there.
Wow. No idea what that was.
Dance 10 looks 3. From
Dance 10 looks 3.
looks 3.
Yeah, I'm there.
Tits and ass.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
I got there.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm still at 1 hit point.
Well, we've
We've been sleeping.
Yeah, we've been sleeping.
But yeah, I liked all the combat. I thought it was, God, when Ren was 20 AC, that was tough.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was tough because,
But
we wore her
so
down.
good when we hit her.
Yeah.
Though.
But it also made me realize, like, on a lot of mine, like, I just had to roll above a 14 and above to get 20 or above. And I was like, honestly, it's not that bad. Like, it's not horrible.
Yeah.
That being the number. So it wasn't that bad. But
Okay. I'll give y'all more enemies AC 20 then.
No.
It was fun. It was fun to have one.
Yeah, if there'd been 3, I would have given up all hope and quit.
And we totally showed them and the school who's boss.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like, was it a hard fight? For me, yes. For y'all, it felt like you were feeling good the whole time.
Easy peasy.
Yeah,
I
really
getting paired with 2 of them.
Yeah. Are we nervous about
For
the
what?
radio
The
silence?
ball? Oh.
A little bit.
Are we nervous that they were like, guess you won?
I don't know. We intimidated them pretty hard.
What are they going to do? Send Hyperia after us? I think she's already after us.
Well, they can't send Hyperia after us until the advent happens. So they were like, you're going to taste Hyperia's wrath. And it's like, okay, on the checks watch, like 22nd maybe.
It was like, I think we're probably going to taste it anyway due to unrelated reasons.
Literally, it's like, okay, she's already mad at us. Now she's mad at us about another thing.
It's like, is she really listening to you fuckers? I don't think so.
I'm scared.
I just feel like,
I'll be honest, I'm shitting my pants.
I'll be honest, them going silent, worst case scenario.
I know.
Them going radio silent.
Maybe they went radio silent.
Scarier.
Embarrass them in front of the whole school.
Maybe they went
Or
radio.
were they team 3? Okay.
Maybe they just went radio silent because Jared didn't know what to do. So,
No, I think
Maybe.
he knows what he's doing. What do we?
Maybe they did tell someone, and that someone has plans.
oh, what they told Lord of
Assassinate
Arathis.
us.
Oh yeah, just gonna assassinate us again.
They're just gonna tell Lord of Arathis and Lord Booger.
Lord.
Boo-hoo.
Booger. Okay, what else do we do?
Combat class, and then right after that, I got y'all's tickets, and then y'all learn from.
We can't lose those. They're gonna try to steal our tickets. One of the
They're not
assassins.
going to get them out of your skin.
One of the assassins is assigned to cut my skin pocket open and take the tickets. What?
We
Isn't that how you'd get them out?
talked
Yeah.
to Miss Gray again, and she gave y'all some more info.
Miss Gray's like new bestie.
Miss Gray's kind of coming in clutch. So.
Yeah.
This has
It's like
been
friendship ended with
Yeah.
Sabina, like new best
New
friend,
relationship.
new relationship with Miss Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Gray has been, I've known that she was in this for a long time.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I was
makes
like,
sense.
she's going to be an important character.
That's fair.
And
I love
that,
her.
I love that Beans like immediately was like, I hate her guts. I just think that's so funny.
Yeah.
Now we have to work together.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all learned that she knows about Lord Arathis. Oh, y'all learned that Lunastera is there behind the cold door for sure.
Great.
Yes, and
Which we
she
should I
has
like
been
feel like we should
communicating
have
with
realized
us.
that. But yeah, we did learn that like she's
We're one of her,
Dream.
we're
Yeah.
her chosen.
The dreams and
breed.
memories. Yeah.
And was giving Miss Gray like dreams about us, which was that's cool.
I'm gonna pretend that we figured it out on our own.
Well, I feel like part of it was
like obviously he's keeping her in prison.
Well, I thought part of it was like we didn't know if she was still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because like it could have just been like we saw her there, but that's not who's there anymore.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of like a hypothetical vision thing,
Or like a kind of a ghost Dahlia thing where like we're seeing memories.
Yeah.
But
And you learned that, and then
so I'm glad that we have Lunastera on our side. Like,
yeah.
presumably.
And then Beans got asked to the Froto
Yep, to the Froto.
by Tiffany.
That was awesome.
But he was going to ask Gracker. I was going to ask Gracker.
I would have loved that.
I didn't expect that.
What
You
would
didn't
Gracker
expect
have
me
said?
to ask Gracker or to say yes to Tiffany?
I mean, whenever
Tell us
you
right
brought
now,
up,
alternate universe, what would Gracker have done?
I can't say
Oh shit.
I could still
because
ask.
this encounter isn't like done.
Oh yeah, Esther, were you gonna ask her?
No, I just remembered something else I wanted to do that I didn't do.
What was it?
She wanted. You mentioned Theodrix, which we'll have time at the beginning of next.
Okay.
Did you think I was going to say no to Tiffany?
I thought you were that kind of thing was like a little like, oh, like Beans is like, even Beans has someone ask him out. And like, I thought it was going to be like, oh, awkward moment where Beans has to say no to this random girl. And then
What's
it was
there to lose?
And then it was going to be
Apparently
like,
everything.
Yeah. And then you said yes. And especially I thought that was going to happen after you had insinuated earlier that you wanted to ask Gracker. And then I was like, oh, he's got to say no to this girl.
He didn't train his whole life for this.
Yeah. And then
he's finally in a situation he didn't train his whole life.
vulnerable.
No training.
I did not train my whole life. And then that was a setup for Sapphire asking Sawyer.
Oh my god.
What did you think was gonna happen?
I knew you had to say no.
I did
Yeah.
disappear into my shirt for
I
part
can't
of that.
believe you tortured poor Sapphire like
well,
that.
for a second, I was like, "What if I say yes, just to make a ton of drama?" Like when Margie
Yeah.
shows up, and then it's
Because
like
she
messy.
didn't say, like, you don't know if Margie wants to go with
and
you.
then I could have made Margie jealous.
I loved
Yeah.
how cringy you made it though.
but exactly.
Yeah,
that
you
would
did a
never-
great job.
That would never happen.
it was so good. It was so
It was so. I think my flunk was like. There was a way I could have made it even cringier. I wish that I had done one more cringy thing, which is the like. I think you're super pretty and like to look at. But also, I just wish I had like. Really,
Yeah, really.
I wish I had
really.
I wish I had pulled out the "you're super pretty,"
yeah.
but you know, I
But
think that
no.
that's my flunk that like that I didn't pull out all the stops.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a good little scene.
That was great.
That was
and
pretty awkward.
I think for the listeners, it'll be so
Torturous.
horribly great to listen to. But
Yeah.
here at the table, I felt like Lily and Jared were really getting a rise out of the fact that Campbell and I were like losing our minds.
Words.
It was a
I was
great
loving
audience.
it.
It was a great audience to play off
Squirming.
of.
I was loving it.
I disappeared from reality.
Just like there was one point where I was like, does Sapphire like get upset?
I just felt so bad
And then,
for her too.
and I was like, no, it's worse if
Me
she
too, and I love
stays.
her.
Like, oh, okay.
the line when you were like, we can go as friends, and she goes, oh, I guess that answers that. We don't have to go together. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Bless her heart.
I mean, I love Sapphire, and like
yeah.
honestly, like if I could see her and Sawyer like working really well together, you know what I mean? Like I could see her and Sawyer totally working romantically.
Before, like we kind of, because like Margie's always been like a thing, and like we've like known about Margie, right?
Yeah.
Like you and I.
Also, like exactly. I've known about Margie this whole time because like she's just part of Sawyer's backstory. Like she is part of her childhood. But like
whenever I like,
could see people being like, I ship Sawyer and Sapphire.
whenever I
you
like
know?
like
They don't
really
know
did a lot
Margie.
of stuff, like
Yeah.
whenever like I created Sapphire and like she started interacting with you, I was like, oh, like this girl loves
I mean,
Sawyer.
the chemistry
Aw.
was there. I mean, we both love our cannibal. I feel like the chemistry between us, like not romantic, but just like the chemistry period, has always been there.
yeah.
Like I feel like we have the most in common across teams out of like us mixing with teams.
And y'all were kind of the ones that like first became friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like
At, like, the bonfire.
A dwarf halfling friendship
Yeah.
slash
Yeah.
relationship. I think that's really fun and cute.
Yeah. But that was kind of like the first friendship, and y'all have a lot in common.
No, like honestly, during that conversation, I like, especially early, once we got into a rhythm of like it being so awkward,
Yeah.
then that was fun. But like in the first third, I was still like, should I say yes and just let it be like toxic? Like when Margie shows up. Like,
No.
Because like I would love, I don't know. I didn't say anything that wasn't true. I would love to dance with her. Like I would, I could totally see her and Sawyer like working out. Yeah. But the truth is Sawyer.
Or I thought maybe you could say like yes, but then like because Margie's gonna have to be there in secret anyway. You know what I mean?
Well,
that
she's
it'd
gonna be in
like
a costume.
But like you sneak off together. Like. That's what I thought of.
That's
like,
good. But then that hurts Sapphire. No, but like I don't think that Sawyer would play the field like that. That's ironic. But like I don't think that she would be like, yeah, like let's go together, and then sneak off and be like, we're being so sneaky.
I don't think it would be like on purpose. I think it would just be like
it could, but it still could end up having that effect.
Well, yes,
you know what I mean. I still could, but it's like truthfully, I like do not want to hurt Sapphire at all. Like I really love her.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to hurt her either.
Yeah. But I had a wonderful time with that.
I never, when I made Sawyer, I never would have envisioned much less two people having a crush on her.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
And then we called Garrett.
Yeah.
That was, oh my God, were you so excited to see that? Oh, I bet.
So fun.
So funny. Are we still on? Throws the speaking stone across the room.
That's crazy.
I loved that Esta was like getting tons of like proposals.
I love that they were letters. Like people know Esta like in her reputation well enough to know like a letter's probably the best way to do this.
I love that you were like, well, just my dance card will be full.
Yeah. I just have a lot of people to dance with. I'm not committing to anyone.
No, you're gonna share. I mean, you seriously are gonna be like the most eligible princess.
Yeah.
And no one
at the ball.
You know, Chet is putting his name next to Cupid Shuffle on the dance card.
Oh, Cupid Shuffle is fine because then he won't touch me.
Putting your name next to Cupid Shuffle on someone's dance card, that's hilarious. Oh yeah, and
Esta's gonna be the only one with a dance card.
Yeah,
she made her own.
Yeah, it's gonna be carrying around the dance card.
No, but honestly, like out of necessity.
Yeah,
honestly, bring them back.
I
think they're so fun.
100%. I
line up once on my dance card.
Yeah,
I think that like we lost a lot when we like stopped treating dances as like social opportunities.
Yeah,
and like stopped having like dance cards as a form of like engagement.
Because I love also Grecker. Friends would get on your dance card.
I love Grecker so much. I
rather than like
was just like, yeah, she has.
I thought you might do it. I thought you might ask Grecker, and then Beans was gonna get.
I just love an elf. I love like an elf and an orc. I think they're so.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, that's so cute. It's
Regia and
what's her name?
Priscilla.
Yeah, Priscilla.
Regia and Priscilla. Yeah, I think they're so cute. I love
that's like classic like elf orc.
Yeah. I know.
If you would have done that though, Beans would have been pretty.
And she's a short elf too.
Stealing your data right out from under your nose.
Yeah, Beans would have caused.
If we don't see Chet and Wendell kiss by the end of the night, I'm
what's the point?
Podcast.
I think that's Esta's real.
That's like the ultimate
mission
slow burn
for the evening.
Once we're on Frogmont, like senior year. In 2035.
It'll happen.
We got to figure out how to organize everyone to protect the principals.
Oh, God.
But we don't know who's spies and who's not.
No. Well, we know one of them.
Yeah.
Fucking Tiffany. And then we all got to pick our dresses.
I think we can't tell anyone anything. Raven's going with the Brimstone Boy. Clearly, we can't trust her.
Yeah. Dead to us, huh?
I don't want to put you on the spot and ask about everyone's outfits, but I'm so curious to know what Sapphire's going to be wearing. I'm so curious to know what Margie's going to be wearing.
That'll be...
my two hoes.
That'll be next up.
You can't call them that. No, it's really fun. I love it.
Such a fun session.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It literally had everything.
Yeah.
My A+ was Sawyer's scene with Sapphire.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, God.
I think nobody can, Jared and I both have a special talent for, like, here's the thing, and this isn't to say, like, this is no offense, but I think that, like, Olivia and Campbell, you guys, like, don't, like, truly understand what it is to be awkward like me and Jared do.
I get that.
I'd have to agree.
Sure.
Sure.
You guys don't, like, know, like, the deep, like, hellish level of awkwardness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
Y'all don't.
No, I would agree. I'm pretty, like, yes, you can embarrass me, but, like, I'm not, like, in social situations, it's pretty tough to, like, for me to get embarrassed and, like, because I'm just gonna exit. You know what I mean? Like, if it gets too awkward, I'm like, okay, bye. Like,
there is
I love to dig that hole.
There is a certain matrix of wanting self-awareness and empathy that I think creates that awkward level. Like, and I think like my self-awareness is like extremely high. And then, but like, I really want the other person to not feel bad.
Yeah.
So that like makes it so much worse.
Yes.
And then what was the other one I said? It's like empathy, self-awareness,
and like desire,
and like yearning.
Yeah.
But also like my brain and my like hormones essentially are like at constant odds with my like empathy.
Huh?
If that makes sense.
Explain.
Like I'm like putting myself in the head of like Jared sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
It was like, I want to be nice to everyone, but also like I desperately want everyone to fawn over me.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be fawned over?
I want to be fawned over so bad, but I also want everyone to like feel okay and not hate me.
Yes.
But also like, I know like this is like subjectively speaking, and I know that like I'm not one that like a lot of people might fawn over. So like that like kind of self-deprecating, that those kind of three things tying together, I think creates an insane moment of cringy, awkward, like turned down, like awfulness.
I mean, it was rough.
Loved it.
Yeah.
My flunk is not for denying my instinct, for saying the like, oh, guys, what if Tiffany's a bad guy?
I believe you that I believe you, you know, that
I
you're
like
suspicious.
I like almost wanted to say it, and then I was like, no, Jared's just probably doing like a nerdy girl that he thought I would say no to. And then when you were like,
she just stuck around.
I loved y'all's conversation about your hair. I just loved that whole scene.
I still think we should. Day of, I'm gonna make her shave her head.
We're
going crazy.
What? The costume's on her. No, but you look so good.
Yeah. I will say,
put itching powder in her suit.
Put toilet paper on the bottom of her shoe.
I was not planning on telling you that she was an assassin this episode. I just needed a like big reveal / cliffhanger for the episode.
I think it was great. It was ridiculous.
Because I was so fucking, I will not lie, I'm so tired.
Hey, I get it.
DMing for 4
you did
hours.
for 5 hours.
And
we sat down and started recording 6 hours ago. I mean, we had breaks and stuff.
Yeah, we had a break. But
it was at 4:37.
And like a lot of this, like not a lot, but like a lot was improv.
Yeah.
And like me coming up with stuff and like not wanting to fuck stuff over.
You came up with
and
good
like,
combos of people.
Just trying to do stuff and like also trying to keep all these fucking NPC voices like noticeable. And so I was like, towards the end, I was like, I need a fucking ending. I need an ending. I need an ending. Cause like y'all's energy usually at the end of sessions, cause like we record really late and like it's not super late right now, but like sometimes we're recording late at night and it's like, we can all kind of sense the vibe that we should stop. But my vibe from y'all was like, y'all were like, I'm having such a good time. We can keep going. And so I was like, I need a fucking ending.
I could have played for 3 more hours. I can't lie.
No, I was having a good time, but I was like, I need to stop. There's other things I need to get to.
I could feel, Olivia, at the end of like our first little recording, I could feel that like you were kind of getting a little tired and I was like, we need the break. And then we get the break and then you came back and you were so much more energized. But I got worried. I was like, oh, fuck. So I was like, fuck it. She is a bad guy.
When I hit like hour 4 or 5 of doing anything, I like essentially lock in to where like I can double it.
You're like, this is my life now.
If I do something for 4 hours, it's like automatically, unless like something stops me, I'm doing it for 4 more. I think it's like a hyperfixation thing where it's like I just will lock in. Also, when you put me somewhere, I will just like, if you put me somewhere emotionally or mentally or physically, I'm gonna stay there. Like I'm gonna lock in. I could play D&D for like 24 hours. Especially if you because I'm so extroverted, if you put me in a social situation, like anything where there's people that I can talk to, especially when there's people I know that I like talking to, I mean, I can keep going for 24 hours based off the pure energy of like interacting with other people.
And we've tried sometimes outside the D&D table.
Yeah.
We've tried.
I will say,
we've pushed it to the limit.
My A+, I think everyone did a wonderful job. Campbell, I think your combat was super awesome this episode.
Yes.
I think you're on top of your shit.
You were rolling great.
Yeah. And then...
Except that time you cheated with your breath weapon.
With my breath weapon? I cheated with my interception.
And also you didn't roll the hit.
Weapon.
And your dragon's breath.
Because
I didn't roll. Yeah. No, that's my bad.
You just said that hit.
I don't know what like possessed me to be like, I can use interception on myself. I was like, I can't do that.
I mean, love that.
I guess it would make sense.
And then I love that Jared said take.
Oh, well, you probably cut that out. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well,
I can use
now.
mine on myself, so I don't know. I got it mixed up.
But also A+ for us keeping up the ball for so long, for such a long recording. My flunk would be like not fleshing out certain moments, but it's also like I wanted us to get to a good point. I wanted us to get to the frozen toe ball, so we can we'll figure stuff out later. We'll have some more moments. We'll have some more fleshed out moments. So I'm not too worried about that.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, thank you.
My flunk was, I already said it. What was it?
Your dress.
Oh, it was that. No, that's not a flunk because like I can still like step up my game. You know what I mean? Like I can, that was a little taste of like, okay, now we know it can shapeshift, but like I can really pull out the stops on what we're shapeshifting into.
That's true.
Once I get in there. So I'm not too worried about that. My flunk is that I think I could have made it a little more awkward by like trying to compliment her, like by trying to let her down easy by being like, you're hot.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You could have made it. You could have really turned the volume.
But I don't.
But I don't think.
But I don't think that. No, wait. I do think that.
Yeah.
But I don't.
It was cringe, but you could have turned it to 11.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that would be my flunk, and then my A+ is that Beans finally got to like redirect an arrow and then grab it.
Finally.
You've done it before.
I think I've done it where I grabbed it, but I think wasn't it like a trap where it was just coming from a wall?
Like a javelin out of a wall.
Yeah.
So it was like I could grab it and deflect it, but I couldn't like throw it back at someone.
Yeah.
I think Jared let you throw it at Igneous.
I thought I let you throw it at someone.
Maybe you did, but it's like very rarely has it happened. So the second time,
the A+ isn't like I know I said finally happened. The A+ isn't like it happened for the first time. The A+ is more like it was an awesome moment
and it worked. You know, like everything. Like I had to reduce it to 0 in order to throw it back.
And whatever your new ability that you used, but I can't remember.
Inflict wounds.
Yes.
Yep.
I loved the way you flavored that. That was really cool.
And like the shadows.
So
burning into her face.
A+. Full A+ to Beans,
like
half and half between those two things.
That's like some Naruto Amaterasu shit.
Sure.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And that's what you've always said.
And I've always said
You've always said that.
All right. Do we have any others?
Oh, my A+ is how creative the combat was.
Yes.
This time. It was so much fun.
I loved those platforms and I loved the sticks.
I loved getting to like pull the cards and like the reveal of like, who are we fighting? Like, who are we paired up with? And then like when it changed and it was like 2 versus 1 and like all the kind of like, who are we gunning for like the mechanic. That was so much fun. I really loved that. My flunk was that I forgot that I wanted to talk to Theodrix. It's been like a thing because ever since we saw the like, Lunastera's memories. I wanted to like talk to him and be like,
oh yeah,
hey,
you'll have to tune in next
you remember?
year.
Yeah. So I'll just have to wait till the next episode to do that.
This is the last episode of the year.
Yeah,
that's so insane.
Hope you had a good 2024.
And now you're about to enter the holiday gauntlet.
Yeah, and you can do it.
You've got it.
You got it.
You've got this. You kick those winter holidays ass.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And rest up.
Or possibly you've already gone through the holiday gauntlet. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I think all the other ones happen.
Oh, I didn't know when we were releasing this.
Or
this is
New
like
Year's.
the week before Christmas. So I refer to the holiday gauntlet as like the week into Christmas through like New Year's is always like so much.
Well,
or if you're listening to
I don't know
this
when
in
Hanukkah
June
is.
of 2027, have a good summer.
Hey, Christmas in July.
Regardless of when you're listening to this, rest or recharge, take care of yourself.
Yeah. Treat yourself nice.
Have a good time. Yeah, and you know the best way you could treat yourself nice?
What?
Is if you could drop $5 and you could access our huge backlog of Gabbin. And if you're feeling frisky, drop 10 and get even more.
Guys, that backlog is
super frisky.
It's the equivalent of like 50 presents under the tree, except it's 50 pieces of video content.
But it's 50 pieces of. But it's 50 libraries of Alexandria.
Literally.
It is actually over 35 hours of content extra.
Yeah.
And that's
for sure. And that's like a
Library of Alexandria.
And that's like a minimal estimate. Like it's probably closer to like 40. Well, no, it'll be closer to probably 50 by the time.
Get in there.
Crazy stuff.
And let us know what you think.
Get in there.
Yeah. Or hey, just join the Discord and
hey,
give us 5 stars.
Joining the Discord is free, and let me tell you, it's a party in there.
Oh,
It's a party.
If you don't have money to give,
free and it feels like you should have paid for it.
Yeah. If you don't have money to give, We don't need your money. We just need your support and love and for you to keep listening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you get to talk to us in the
If
Discord.
you are listening to this and you have not joined the Discord, if you have not gotten the Patreon, if you're just someone who you just tune in every week or, you tune in when you can, but you've made it this far to fucking episode 49.
We know you guys are there because there's people who join the Discord every day this month. I've been listening since the beginning, but I just decided,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
If you do, and you don't have to join anything, like we'd like to have you in the Discord or the Patreon, but thank you too for lurking around, for listening in, and for making us part of your day.
Hey, we love you and we'll find you. We'll get you one day.
What?
Bye.
We'll find you.
Bye.
We'll find you. Bye. Happy
See ya
holidays.
soon.